Hello everyone, I'm Christine Josty of Mail Something Pretty, and I have these fun, beautiful cards to show you, and they're really quite easy, but they don't look easy, but they are. And so I just wanted to show you how to make them, and I love them. The paper is gorgeous, so it's called Lovely and Beautiful, and that's exactly what it is. Let me actually just take it out. It's here. And so you get on each sheet, you get this beautiful gold foil, and you have nice backgrounds. And it really is, let me show you all of them. Pretty. Pretty. So I've actually used quite a lot of it. It's just, I don't know, happy to me. And it's called Lovely and Beautiful, and that's what we're going to use. This was actually a club card that we did, and so I had some leftover pieces. So I've already cut out all my flower pieces here. Put them on that, and I'll show you where they're from. From the Simply Beautiful stamp set and the dies. So there's some extras. There's lots of dies of all these flower pieces. This big one will cut out this flower, and the outlines will cut out the leaves. Yeah, I think all the outline ones have dies, plus you get all these extra fillers. And it's nice for, this one's kind of for the wedding, but thinking of it can be for anything. So that's what we're going to use. So I started with just a card base. I cut it kind of on the longer side than I usually do, because when I have cards that open up like the landscape direction, I like them to open that way because I think they sit really nicely. And this one's kind of heavy, so if it went, it would potentially flop because there's a lot of weight from the paper. So this is 11 inches by 4 1/4, and the half where I scored is at 5 1/2. All right, and that's just regular white. It's not a thick white. You certainly could use a thick white, but I just use regular. And then from that paper, I cut 4 by 5 1/4, which would be normally like a first layer, but we're actually going to do some cutting because you can kind of see there's some diagonal cuts here. And so I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'll show you that right now. So we're going to use our paper cutter. And I think any cutter that you have would work, because we're just going to cut from corner to corner and then corner to corner. So I'm going to just line up my point in this track where the blade goes. And a lot of times I'll just do the, put this corner in the track. But I don't know if you know this, but if you put it up in here, kind of the blade extends beyond, it goes up in here. And so it's kind of a nice balancing part. So now you really, well, you still have to kind of pay attention. Someone mentioned that, but because it's on the diagonal, if I was doing it straight on, it would work better. I'm just going to do what I always do. Put this corner and this corner in the cutting track. So then I have those two. I'm going to try to keep them together and rotate them. So now I can put this corner and this corner in the cutting track. I'm going to make sure those stay pretty good. If they didn't, I would just shift them back together and then cut there. So now I have the 4 pieces. So let me slide those off here. And what you can do is then you can turn either these 2 over like that, or if you didn't like those 2 over, you can turn these 2 over like that. So kind of see, and then we'll be in this direction like that. So on the bottom one, I have it this way, and the top one I have it reversed, and I like them both. I don't think there's anything wrong. I'll just keep it that way because that's what it is, but I like them both. The other thing that you could do, and I've seen some people do this, is if you took 4 of the uncut sheets and cut them, and then you could take one from each of those 4 different patterns and put them together, that would look really nice too. All right, but I just wanted to show you how to use the one. The one sheet, sorry. I'm going to actually turn it back in this direction just to put the glue on. I find it easier to work that way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna put right here. I'm just gonna kind of pay attention to my border. And it's a little sad putting glue on this pretty paper, but we will have some exposed. All right, so I'm gonna line it up right there. And I just kind of know that that's usually a typical border size that we have. And then I'm gonna take this piece and I'm gonna just go tip to tip. And then see, we have that border. I just find it easier to glue it this way. All right, so it looks like a little hourglass. And then that piece will go right there. And I will say we're gonna cover up a fair amount of this, but I wanted you to see how it gets put together. And on other cards, you maybe wouldn't cover up quite as much. But this is a big flower. And that gets put in right there, a little puzzle. Now I'm noticing, actually I'm gonna take this off. I was noticing that this border was a little thicker, so here's where we can manipulate it a little bit. I'm gonna scoot this in a little bit more. It's a little sticky. And what's gonna happen, I just wanna keep my tips together. Here, I don't mind that this is gonna overlap this a little bit. And even if that's off, I wanted to keep these borders kind of the same because this part's all gonna be covered up, so you're not even gonna see that. So you have a little leeway when you put it together that way too. Okay, so now I have 2 pieces of white at different measurements because my birthday wishes is on the smaller piece. I'll do it this way. Because birthday wishes is less wide than the wedding wishes. It's a little bit wider. And so then I have the, so they're just a 1/2 inch different. I don't need any more wedding cards. I don't think there's any weddings in our future for a while. So I have a couple. So I'm gonna make it a birthday. So I'm gonna do the 3.5 by 3 1/4 on that white. And I'm going to use Mossy Meadow. I already have my birthday wishes on here, and that's all from that same set. I'll take my sticky off. There we go. So we have birthday wishes. And I'm gonna put that right on top. So see, a lot of that got a lot of this stuff got covered over, but you can still see some of the pretty paper. And you can even do this card without the white, and you could always do like a strip of the words on the bottom, or you could just do it without even words. I should have actually showed it to you before I put the white on. All right, so now I have all my pieces here. I'll tell you what the colors are. I have Petal Pink, and this is actually the outline that cuts out the stamped flower. And I have what's this, peach pie and the Calypso. There are two of the same size. I decided to do two, and I'm kind of just gonna offset them. I'm just putting a little glue, and now I'm just gonna offset them. And then this is Poppy Parade, and this one is gonna go like right there. And this is a slightly smaller separate die than that one. See how they just kind of layer up. Oop, moved it, but that's actually okay. And then I'm gonna finish it off with the yellow stamens. This is Daffodil Delight. This goes right on top. I'm all sticky now. It's a beautiful flower. And then the leaves, the underpart I did Old Olive. And then these guys I did Mossy Meadow. I just forgot to take that piece out. So these, I don't know if they're just kind of random. Because you can kind of interchange them. And it's just more for like accent. So I'm just gonna put a little glue the sticker. Sometimes you can take the glue off by running it on your silicone pad here. It just gives it a little depth versus just having plain solid leaves. Although you could certainly cut those out of the green paper. One of the papers has the green background. That would be pretty. All right, so now just to put this together, I actually have, just to show you, I have the two leaves on this side or the two leaves on that side. It really doesn't matter. It's usually whatever I put down first. So I'm just gonna put down like that because my flower is gonna be in the middle. So now I need to shift it out a little bit. Like that. And this one will go, say, right there. And I'm gonna pop this up with some dimensionals. That. And then we have two last things to do. So on the inside, I had a little strip left over when I cut that paper. So I'm just gonna add, just makes the inside a little bit prettier than just the plain white. Like that. And then we'll just add, I'm almost out of them. These are the gems that go with the suite. They're called Pearlized Faceted Circles. And let's see what I have here. I'll put two up there. Kind of looking what I was doing. One down there. Oh, look at that. It goes exactly on that diagonal line, which I don't like. There we go. I'll break up that line a little bit. So there we go. So I have two of the birthday wishes, which actually are nice. That's the opposite kind of pattern. And then I have the wedding wishes. So not hard, it's just a little more of cutting out the flowers, but it's kind of pretty. It's not kind of pretty, it's very pretty. So if you like it, let me know. If you need to order anything, you can do so right at my store, mailsomethingpretty.com/shop. And that will bring you right to the Stampin' Up! Store, and you can order anything that you want. And just to remind you, I use the Simply Beautiful stamp set. And it went along with this beautiful paper, which is called Lovely and Beautiful. And that it is. Have a lovely and beautiful day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.